Wait a second. 3 years ago, you said he was done.
Oh,
You
so
said,
there you-
well, did you not?
No, we're talking about today.
2
What
years
about
ago,
today?
you said
what
done.
About today?
1
What
year
about
ago,
today?
you said done.
What about today?
Interesting.
Exactly.
So
exactly. What about today?
Well, if you keep saying he's washed up year after year, one of these years you're going to get it right.
You can talk it back and say you said this, you said that, and guess what? You said every year for the last 15 years they're going to win the Super Bowl. So if you keep saying it, just like the Cowboys, eventually you'll be right. But the fact of the matter is, Coach Belichick wanted to move to that guy, and he's proven that he was going to be right.
There's no way I said the Patriots are going to win the Super Bowl the last 15 years. No, I did not.
You say the Cowboys are going to win this. Cowboys are doing this. Cowboys are doing. You said that eventually you're going to be right. Eventually you're going to say the Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl.
This is about Jimmy Garoppolo.
And Coach Belichick wanted to be right, and he would have been.
So at the end of Friday's show, you sat right there in that same chair, and we made a pick on San Francisco, New Orleans.
Yes.
And you told our world out there, you told all of our viewers, San Francisco will lose this game, and I'm going to quote you, because of Jimmy Garoppolo.
He turns the ball over
You
to
don't trust him.
I don't.
He is the fatal flaw of the Niners.
Yeah. Did he throw a pick? Did he throw a pick?
Yes.
Okay, then.
Okay, so what?
Skip. They were down 20-7, but he showed you something. Being in that environment, being down 20-7 and turning the ball over and finding a way to come back.
So in one afternoon, you flipped around and said, oh, Belichick was right? Because basically you've been telling me Belichick was wrong.
No, I did not, Skip.
Well, you said
no, I did not. Skip. No, I did not.
He's the X factor.
Skip,
he's going to get the 49ers beaten. That's what you told me. So why would Belichick want that guy?
I've said this since it happened, since it first broke when Coach Belichick wanted to go with Jimmy Garoppolo. It was the right decision because he's been around the game too long. If you do not have a bridge from a historically great quarterback and you don't have the next man of progression, he sees what's happened in Miami. He saw what happened in Buffalo when they didn't have bridge guys. He had one. Mr. Kraft made him trade him. And guess what now? Guess what is going to happen this time? I bet when he take his butt up to coach, Mr. Kraft's office this time, I bet you Mr. Kraft won't back him down.
I want to go with Jared Stidham. I insist. Okay, you got it. Want to bet?
Hey.
Yeah, we just did.
We already got a bet.
Obviously, Bill Belichick, as he is approaching 70 years of age, wanted to go with anybody but Tom Brady so that he could get the credit.
No, it was Jimmy Garoppolo. It wasn't no just anybody because he's had several quarterbacks since Tom Brady. It was that guy. He knew he had that guy, and he's showing you 25 touchdowns. How many touchdowns did Tom Brady have?
It's my turn to talk, right? So let's look at what is happening right now with Jimmy G versus Tom Brady. Jimmy G is 12th in the league in yards passing, which not great. Brady's 6th, which is pretty decent.
What about the running game?
But I think it's my turn.
Okay, my bad.
Right?
My
I think
bad.
you're interrupting. So Jimmy Garoppolo is 12th in completions. Not bad. Tom Brady's 3rd in completions, but Jimmy's only 17th in attempts. So that puts it into perspective.
Thank you.
Tom Brady is 1st in attempts because the Patriots can't run a lick. They're now 23rd in the whole league in running the football. They can't run block and they can't pass block, but they're asking the 42-year-old to throw it more than anybody in the whole league is throwing it to people who can't get open. Let that go in your head. Let that compute. He's throwing more than anybody to receivers that we all agree cannot separate.
He's the GOAT.
Wow.
What do you ask of the GOAT? You see, now you want to put exceptions on what you ask him to do. Now you want him to have the Ravens running game, and you want him to have the Chiefs receivers. Oh, no, it doesn't work like that. Because, see, here's what you did, Skip Bayless. You said in one breath, Jimmy Garoppolo is 12th in completions. Tom Brady is 3rd. Okay, but one guy's 17th in attempts. Okay, well, your guy should be 3rd, but can he run the ball? Look at what the 49ers are in rushing.
Thank you. Bingo. Now we're arriving at the bottom line to this because the 49ers are second only to the Baltimore Ravens in running the football.
Yes.
Because they got Mostert and Breida and Tevin Coleman. All 3 of those are better than anybody that Tom Brady has. He's got little James White. They had to resort 2 straight second halves at Houston and at home yesterday against Kansas City. James White's getting every carry. He totaled 33 yards. Tom Brady had 20 yards rushing yesterday. And what has happened to Sony Michel? Where is he? What happened to him? He's gone. He's either in the doghouse, he's hurt, or he just lost it. Or they just can't block a lick.
All I'm saying is that when all you can do is one thing with a guy, the more versatile a guy is, the better he's going to be. Your guy can only drop back.
Would I take Mostert over Sony Michel?
No, this is not about Mostert.
Would I
this
take
is about Jimmy Garoppolo.
Would I take Tevin Coleman over James White or Sony Michel? Yes, I would. So now let's look at the receiving core. I already brought up Emmanuel Sanders, who has changed life in San Francisco, just the way Amari Cooper changed life in Dallas at midseason last year. That's looking like the move of the year, at least in the NFC, because it has vaulted San Francisco up to the top of the league. He caught 7 balls for 156 yards yesterday. And furthermore, he gets to operate complementing what? The guy you told me, George Kittle, is the best tight end in football.
Yep.
So Tom lost Rob Gronkowski, and Jimmy G gained the best tight end in football. Am I right about that? George Kittle.
Yeah.
And have you watched Deebo Samuel? He's come out of nowhere. He is electrifying. Have you watched Kendrick Bourne? Every time I look up, Kendrick Bourne's in the end zone holding the football because he caught another pass. Marquise Goodwin, they got receivers everywhere that Tom Brady has none of. If you put Tom Brady in this offense, they would be this would be Super Bowl. Here they come.
If you don't mind me asking.
Woo.
What made Tom Brady so legendary is because he took no-name guys. He didn't have the Julios. He didn't have the Mike Thomases.
Except for Randy Moss.
And they didn't win.
Set records.
But did they win?
Yeah.
Where did they win when they had Randy, Skip?
They should have won if
No,
Belichick's defense hadn't coughed it up
You see?
to Eli.
Okay,
what about Tom drove him down there. He went 80 yards.
14 points.
Yeah.
You scored 36 in the regular season per game.
What was the score with 2 minutes left in the game?
Not enough.
14 to 10 Patriots.
Not enough.
It was over, 14 to 10.
Just 3 weeks earlier, you had just scored 38.
Wow.
You mean to tell me you scored 24 points fewer? What happened?
So
unanimous MVP. It's the first time in history, Jen, we had a unanimous MVP. And every time we had a unanimous MVP, Skip, in other sports, what has happened? You remember Steph Curry was a unanimous MVP. What happened? Up 3-1. Bron said, get it out. Unanimous MVP. Straight hand, Tuck, Olsen, Canty. Get it out. We stomped you out.
Yeah, so you got the best rushing attack in the NFC that is with a spearhead named Juszczyk at fullback, and he can also catch it, and he can run with it. Well, the guy in New England, their fullback, he's gone. He's on IR.
And guess what? You got the worst offense in the AFC, one of the worst offenses, led by probably the worst quarterback playing right now in the AFC.
Is that right?
Yeah, sure is. That's what the numbers say. You're a numbers guy.
If you put Jimmy G in this offense, I get it that he'd be pretty good in this offense because, to your point, I agree with this. Kyle Shanahan is on fire right now calling plays. Yeah. So you got the best play caller going right now. You got the best rushing attack with the best fullback, and you got a receiving core that has just sprung to life around Emmanuel Sanders, and all of a sudden, you can go to New Orleans and win a shootout.
I just want you to know,
the
last 4 weeks, Jenny, in order for them to get the ball into the end zone, they've had to resort to gadget plays. We saw it against Philly, the halfback pass. We saw it again yesterday. They flea flicker. What we're seeing is a team with the GOAT. How many times you see Peyton Manning throw a gadget? How many times you see John Elway throw gadgets? I don't remember it with me.
Did you see the next Brady yesterday on the play of the game? It was 4th and 2 from the San Francisco 33 with 38 seconds to go. And Jimmy G just threw a rope. No, wait a second. It wasn't a rope. It was a little quick out to Kittle.
Yeah.
Just a quick. It was a 2-yard pass for the first down.
Right.
And that kid, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, what is he doing? How can you miss the tackle? At least just go tackle him. If you can't cover him, just go tackle him. You got to just tackle him right there.
It's a first down regardless.
He's gone. He's gone.
It was the first
down. Face mask him and the game's over. That's it. Ball game. So it was Jimmy G. That was Brady-esque. I got to tell you because, it reminded me of Brady against Atlanta or the Seattle Seahawks. I don't know. It was just vintage, or Brady in the AFC Championship game against Jacksonville.
What about Brady this year?
It was a 2-yard pass.
What about Brady this year?
That proved it
What
to
about
me.
Brady this year?
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does matter, because that's the point.
We're talking back, you said 2 years ago. So that proved it. The guy that you've been ripping all year, that he should have been the next Brady. Really?
That's what Coach Belichick saw.
That makes no sense.
Yes, it does. Because Coach Belichick saw the decline in Tom Brady happening.
Did he?
Yes, he did.
And then Tom Brady came right back and won another Super Bowl and set the Super Bowl record for passing with 505 yards.
And caught an L. And then last year, what did he do in the Super Bowl, Skip? A 25 QBR, Skip.
Yeah.
No touchdown and a pick, Skip.
And he led the game-winning drive as usual.
Skip.
He did.
Skip. I keep saying it, Skip.
Drive.
I keep telling you.
I don't know why you just sweep that under the carpet.
What a great...
It was a 7-point game. It was 3-0 at that point. He led the drive that won the game, 7-3.
Skip.
It's over.
What I keep trying to tell you is that when you're a great player, you can have snippets. You can have snapshots
Snippets?
of yes.
Are you kidding me?
You said he led a drive. Hold on.
It was the drive.
Skip, it's 60 minutes. He had one drive.
It was against his nemesis, Wade Phillips.
Skip.
Well, do you remember what Denver did to Tom Brady?
That wasn't Denver.
Yeah. Oh,
that wasn't Denver.
Well, it was. You tell me Aaron Donald's the best player in the world. What you told me?
I keep telling you, great players can have snippets. They can have a drive. They can have a game.
Snippets?
But when was okay?
Did you see him against the Chargers last year?
Okay, how about this here? Name the last time you saw Tom Brady string together 2 or 3 games this year in which you said, that's the GOAT. Name the games, Skip. Name the games.
The GOAT coach let the roster sink into oblivion. No, he did.
It's everybody's fault.
Well, you agree with me.
Tom Brady's fault.
You have no
It's
receivers, no blocking, no run game? Well, tell me I'm wrong.
I just want you to
You see it. No, you can't tell me I'm wrong.
I just want you to give me the 3 or 4 games in which you said, boy, Tom Brady is doing it.
Well, the first 3, he was ranked #1 in the league. Yeah, there's 3 in a row.
Yeah.
But that feels like a long time ago.
The Jets, Miami, Pittsburgh, who happened to be on their 5th
Well, you just
quarterback.
asked and I answered.
How long would it been?
He was ranked #1 in the
What
league.
have you done for me lately? So where is he ranked now? What have you ranked now?
Well, they are 10-3.
Where
I
I get on that. No.
Yeah.
He's on an unbelievable team,
Yeah.
courtesy of the defense.
Yeah. So what do you say? They're going to miss the playoffs?
See, there you go. You try to. They're gonna miss the playoffs.
Well, I'm asking you.
They haven't clinched the East yet, though.
Talk about his play. Not missing the playoffs. Talk about that play he got.
Well, are they going to miss the playoffs?
I don't know.
You said he's washed up.
Hey, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, take a stand.
I took a stand. He out of New England next year, and he's been terrible this year. That's
really?
fact.
I'm going to need you guys to take a stand on this next one. What grade?
Oh, here we go.
Worst
I already
performance
know what I'm gonna
yesterday.
get for my product.
Given how the show has begun, this should be interesting next.